Hey, zombie. Yeah, you want to be in the intro? It is. Oh, maybe not. He's camera shy. We got another awesome snapshot this week. They just keep knocking it out of the park here on these. I'm so excited for the full release and things like the Warden to be added, but let's check out what they've got in here. Brought to you by our sponsor, the like button. Check it out. Give it a click down below the video. I'm sure the like button would really appreciate it. All right, so back in another big cave with the new terrain generation. If you missed the last week's snapshot video, it'll be linked down in the description. You can get caught up so you're not like, whoa, this is a unique looking cave. And then we'll just fly around and spectator, check out some of the changes in just a moment. But first, let's pay attention to the new block here. I'm standing at y=0, and now this is where the real transition into the deep, dark, underground depth starts occurring. So at y=0, you start to get Grimstone generating. This is a brand new block introduced in this snapshot. And then as we keep going down past y=0 into the negatives, you start getting more and more of the stone being replaced with the Grimstone. And also you stop getting dirt. There's no more dirt. There's no more granite. There's no more diorite. It seems like the andesite still keeps populating down here just to give a little bit of block variety, but everything else is just, it's ores, it's Grimstone. And we'll talk about the ores and those changes in just a moment. But look at this. Oh, this is so cool. They did change it so that the water that was kind of generating in basically every big underground cavern, no matter the Y level, it's changed a little bit now, so it's not just lakes everywhere you go. It's a little bit more sparse. But look at this, dude. Bro, so ready to have the Warden being added. I assume that, the Warden is going to come in some kind of cave offshoot of what you would find down here. But man, it looks dark. It looks bleak. I love it. It's exactly what you would expect out of negative Y values. I'm happy that they're, changing up the look a little bit once you get down into what previously didn't exist as far as the elevations go. So let's go up here and take a closer look at the Grimstone. Grimstone can be used as a substitute for stone, cobblestone, I should say. So even though when it breaks, it just gives you the Grimstone back, you can use it to make a pickaxe, for example. You can use it to make a furnace. So just because you're at the negative Y values and it doesn't look like stone doesn't mean you can't actually mine it and make stone stuff. So you're still okay there. But there are a whole bunch of varieties of Grimstone that you're able to get. So let's go through them. We've got polished Grimstone, Grimstone bricks, Grimstone tiles, chiseled Grimstone, Grimstone wall, polished Grimstone wall, Grimstone tile wall, Grimstone brick wall, Grimstone stairs, polished Grimstone stairs, Grimstone tile stairs, Grimstone brick stairs. Then we got a bunch of slabs, polished Grimstone slab, Grimstone slab, Grimstone tile slab, Grimstone brick slab. Don't worry, you'll be quizzed on all this later to make sure you remember the specific names of everything you see here. Don't worry, I'll totally forget what they're all called for forever. It doesn't matter, 10 years into the future, I still won't know the exact names of everything here, so don't feel bad. But you still will be quizzed on it. So that said, you might have noticed a few differences with the ores as I was going down there. In fact, maybe you just you saw this right down here and you're like, what's that? What's going on here? That looks strange. Never seen that before. It's not copper. Did they change the texture of copper? And the answer is no. They didn't change the texture of copper. They just changed the texture of gold and iron and coal and redstone. Oh, it's strange, but I get why. They said it was for accessibility reasons, which is totally understandable, so that you can differentiate it. Aside from just needing to see the color, it actually has a different look. So even if this was all grayscaled, you would be able to know what's what after you get used to it. Also, it means the copper doesn't look so out of place anymore, because you had, all the classics looking the same, and then you had copper looking with this new texture, and it was, where did that come from? You don't blend in with all the rest. So now, this is coal, this is copper, this is iron, gold, lapis still looks the same, redstone's new. Diamond is the one that they kept. They said in the release that diamond is understandably the most iconic, so they wanted to keep it the same. Because, it'd be kind of a shame to have to redo all of their merchandise lines that have diamond blocks that they have physically for sale. That'd be kind of annoying, right, for that to be outdated. And then we have emerald. Emerald's also looking the same. But again, lapis and emerald, those were differentiated previously, so it wasn't really important to change the look. Although, I don't know. It could benefit from a slight change, just because, I understand, keep diamond the same, cool. But you see how there's a little bit more of it looks like it's embedded. You know, it's got some more, even though obviously it's still flat, it has a little bit of 3D texture look to it. You don't really get that. The lapis just looks like a sticker put right on there. Same with the emerald. I don't know. I feel like they could match just slightly better. Maybe. It doesn't really matter all that much. It's just my personal opinion. It's whatever, but it's big, dude. I mean, these have been around for how long now? And yeah, changing the look of the classics. But here we are. Something else you may have noticed, or I should say not noticed, is a whole bunch of diamonds. And that's because they've taken a stab at reallocating where the ores are generating so that your diamonds aren't everywhere, which it was nice last week. You know, if you really feel like getting a lot of diamonds, just play on last week's snapshot forever, and you'll be able to get a whole bunch of them. But they've changed it, and they released kind of a preliminary chart of what things are going to look like. So let's take a look at that. Obviously, they'd like us to keep in mind that this is not final and may be subject to change before 1.17 is fully released. Neither Mojang nor Microsoft nor its subsidiaries will be held liable for damages that might arise from a reallocation of ores, making your mining operation less profitable. Mine with care. Anyway, it's a cool chart, shows you where things are at with 1.16 and where they're at right now at this snapshot, subject to change, of course, before the full release. So this is a cross-section of the world. Over on the left-hand side and the right-hand side, you can see those are the Y values listed. All the different colors correspond to the different types of ores, and the thickness of the color bar at a particular Y value is how much of that ore generates at that Y level. So over here in 1.16, you can see lots of coal pretty much everywhere. And then in the more under sea level ranges, you can pretty much get iron everywhere. Redstone, pretty high frequency down at the bottom. Emerald, you can kind of barely see over here. I assume the text in it says Extreme Hills or something, because, you know, you can find emerald mostly in the Extreme Hills biomes underground. And then we've got diamonds over here. Again, not super common. It's a thin bar. Lapis, I didn't actually know that's how lapis looked as far as this generation. So just more frequency, a little bit higher up than diamond, and then gold over here. So basically in 1.16, you can go to Y equals 11, just go forever, and you're gonna get a nice healthy helping of pretty much every ore that you could hope to find. Very different here in 1.17. It looks like what you're gonna have to do is choose what sort of ore you want, and then accordingly you have to pick your Y level and where you're gonna mine for it. So down here, it's like you can get lots and lots of diamonds, it looks like, if you're in the negative 60s, but you're not gonna get too much of anything else. I don't know what this secondary lapis bar is. It says buried, because you have the normal lapis bar here, but then this other lapis thing, so I'm not entirely sure. Maybe a feature to come, but it's not clarified in the legend. So maybe you'll run into some lapis, very occasional gold. This is gold right here, but it's mostly gonna be redstone and diamonds. If you want a lot of diamonds, that's good, I suppose. But if you want to get some iron, then you're going to have to move higher up. If you want copper, it's kind of around the same as iron, just shifted up ever so slightly. Gold, you'll have to move into sort of just the subtly negative Y values. You might still run into some lapis and some diamond and some redstone still though, so you can triple dip a bit there. But then also up in the mountains, you have, once they're implemented, which they're not yet, so this is a bit preemptive, apparently tons and tons of emeralds. You'll be able to get lots of coal. And again, iron starts to repopulate up here. So you'll be able to just mine through the peaks and then bridge to the next peak and then mine through the peak and then bridge to the next one, get a lot of emeralds and iron and some coal that way as well. So it's just more specialized Y levels rather than just going to 11 and getting everything there. So I think that's pretty cool. I like the range. It's awesome. And the emeralds being in the Extreme Hills rather than just the Extreme Hills biome, but underground. Anyway, nifty. So there you go. A nice visualization as to where you'll be able to find all these going forward. I'm probably going to bookmark it because I think I'll have to reference it a lot, especially if I do a 1.17 Let's Play. That said, for the final thing, I figure because there have been some updates to the way that the caves are generating, let's just go in Spectator and take a look, because again, they kind of fixed it just being watery caves all over the place. Look at this. What an absolute unit of a cave over here. Just this massive open space. That's super odd. Whoa, my God, look at this thing. What is going on over here? This is gnarly. This is crazy. Wow. Bruh. What is this, like gotta be like 100 block range here. Oh my goodness. You could just go base jumping underground in Minecraft. Oh, this is so cool. And then you get I don't think it's not actually a lake. It's just a single source block of water. Basically a gigantic lava cast down here, and it kind of looks like it with the Grimstone. But dude, yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it. And let's see over here. We got another. Is this kind of like a big donut-shaped thing? It really is. We got the CERN Large Hadron Collider over here. We'll be able to do some Minecraft particle acceleration experiments in this gigantic underground donut. They've decided to angle it because apparently it does things for science. Is this oh dude, this is a mine shaft, but it's in the Grimstone. Oh, that's a cool look. That's a cool look. Oh, you're totally gonna run into the warden somewhere here. I mean, the warden it's gotta be coming soon, right? Either that or they're just gonna tease us, and then the next thing is gonna be the mountains, and then the warden will come after that. They're just gonna make us wait. But then, oh my god, you got this gigantic stretching cave. What they did say in the update log was like they tried to slightly reduce the amount of like just super open underground areas. It's crazy the difference that they can do in just a week with how things are generating in terms of improving it so that it looks a little bit more fluid rather than just a bunch of like large openings filled with water. And then it opens up into here. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. This is the cave update we've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen, and it's not even done yet. Then here we can see a nice helping of all the different ore textures poking through. Pretty cool. You know what I also think would look really cool? I don't think it'll actually be added, but because you see all the ores are based in a stone texture, if there was a retexture to where as soon as you get into the negative Ys, the ores start to populate on a Grimstone backing or something, I feel like it would blend in a lot better because it kind of sticks out a bit, you know? When you see the ores generating down here within the Grimstone, it really, I mean, it makes it easier to see, so I guess you have that going for you, but it kind of pops out, right? Whereas everything else is blending together pretty nicely. It's said, not a big deal. I don't think it'll actually be done, but anyway, just worth mentioning. This whole floating amethyst geode over here. Bro, this is cool. And then back up into the stone area in the caves as they go back up. And then you just, like, these gigantic tunnels that just go and go and go, and then they go down and down and down and down, and then more down, and then more down. And you'll notice I still don't think I've seen a single diamond ore popping up. This is the only disappointing thing about this new snapshot. Where's my diamond ore all over the place? I need it. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it for this new snapshot. Excited to keep seeing the weekly updates here. I might move to mountains next, but we'll see. Crazy. I mean, obviously we still have the biomes. This doesn't even have the biomes yet. I forgot completely about it just because of how cool this is in its own right. Then you add the biomes in. Oh yeah, it's going nicely. Okay, anyway, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for tuning in to this new snapshot. Make sure you sub to the channel. That way you can get the future snapshot videos, other Minecraft stuff, the occasional vlogs where I have an existential crisis, you know, the usual. Also make sure you like the video, of course, and playlist in the description if you want to catch any more of the previous update vids, including last week linked in the description too. All right, I'll see you next time.